If you're over 60 and still eating these 7 foods, you could be cutting years off your life and accelerating dangerous diseases without even knowing it. What I am about to reveal could save you from years of suffering and illnesses that top doctors consider completely preventable. Leading geriatric specialists from Harvard Medical School and the Mayo Clinic have confirmed that these common foods, sitting in your kitchen right now, act as silent killers in the bodies of people over 60. In the next few minutes, I'm going to expose information that the food industry desperately doesn't want you to know. Information that could literally add healthy years to your life and prevent devastating diseases like type 2 diabetes, accelerated cognitive decline, severe osteoporosis, and cardiovascular problems that can be fatal after 60. This isn't just another healthy eating video. This is an urgent warning based on recent scientific studies that prove how certain foods we consider normal become deadly enemies when our metabolism changes after 60. The studies I'm about to share come from prestigious medical institutions including the Mayo Clinic, Harvard University, and the National Institute on Aging. For over 15 years, these researchers have followed thousands of people over 60, documenting exactly how certain foods accelerate the aging process and dramatically increase the risk of premature death. The results are so shocking that many doctors now recommend completely eliminating these foods from their older patients' diets. The first food you should never consume after 60 is processed meat. And this includes ham, sausages, bacon, deli meats, and any meat that has been cured, smoked, or preserved with chemicals. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association followed over 120,000 people for 30 years and discovered something terrifying. People over 60 who consume just 50 grams of processed meat daily, equivalent to 2 slices of ham, were 43% more likely to die from cardiovascular disease. But this isn't the worst part. These meats contain nitrates and nitrites, chemicals that convert into cancer-causing compounds called nitrosamines when they combine with stomach acids. After 60, our digestive system produces less protective gastric acid, allowing these toxins to penetrate deeper into our bodies. The World Health Organization has officially classified processed meats as a Group 1 carcinogen in the same category as tobacco and asbestos. Longevity specialists explain that after 60, our kidneys process excess sodium less efficiently, which can dangerously elevate blood pressure and overload the heart. Additionally, the saturated and trans fats present in these products accumulate more easily in aging arteries, creating plaques that can cause strokes and heart attacks. The second deadly food is refined sugar and all products containing it: cakes, cookies, candies, sugary drinks, and even many commercial yogurts. After 60, our pancreas produces less insulin and our cells become more resistant to this vital hormone. This means every spoonful of sugar you consume stays longer circulating in your blood, causing a process called glycation. Glycation is literally when sugar sticks to the proteins in your body, especially collagen. This makes your arteries become rigid like old pipes, causes your skin to wrinkle prematurely, and makes your vital organs lose flexibility. A study published in Nature Medicine showed that people over 60 who consumed more than 25 grams of added sugar daily were twice as likely to develop dementia and Alzheimer's. But there's something even more concerning. Refined sugar literally feeds cancer cells. Malignant cells consume glucose at a rate 20 times faster than normal cells. When your body is constantly flooded with sugar, you're providing perfect fuel for any microscopic cancer cells to multiply rapidly. The most advanced oncologists now recommend extremely low sugar diets for their older patients. The third food silently destroying your health is refined vegetable oils, soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, and canola oil. These oils, which the industry has promoted as healthy for decades, are actually inflammation bombs for the aging body. These oils contain extremely high levels of omega-6 fatty acids, which, when industrially processed at high temperatures, become toxic compounds called aldehydes. A study conducted by the University of California showed that people over 60 who regularly cooked with these oils had systemic inflammation levels up to 5 times higher than those who used extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil, Chronic inflammation is the root of virtually every aging disease: severe arthritis, heart disease, cognitive decline, and cancer. After 60, our immune system is already naturally weaker, and these toxic oils overload it even more. Anti-aging medicine specialists report that their patients who completely eliminate these oils experience dramatic reductions in joint pain, improvements in mental clarity, and significantly higher energy levels. If this information is impacting you as much as it should, and you want to keep protecting your health with knowledge that could save your life, subscribe to this channel right now and hit the notification bell. Every week we share crucial medical information that people over 60 need to know to live more years with better quality of life. Your subscription helps us continue researching and bringing you the truth that others dare not tell. The fourth food you must eliminate immediately is high-fat dairy products, especially aged cheeses, whole milk, and butter. After 60, our bodies produce significantly less lactase, the enzyme needed to digest lactose. This means most older adults develop lactose intolerance without even realizing it. When lactose isn't properly digested, it ferments in the intestine, creating toxic gases and completely altering the intestinal flora. An unbalanced microbiome after 60 is directly related to depression, anxiety, memory problems, and a severely compromised immune system. Additionally, the saturated fats present in whole dairy products accumulate more easily in aging arteries. A longitudinal study from Loma Linda University followed over 90,000 people for 30 years and discovered that those who consumed more than 200 grams of high-fat dairy products daily had a 60% higher likelihood of developing cardiovascular disease after 65. Researchers also found a direct correlation between dairy consumption and increased bone fractures in postmenopausal women, completely contradicting the myth that dairy strengthens bones in advanced age. The fifth deadly food is all fried foods: French fries, fried chicken, donuts, and any food submerged in hot oil. When foods are fried at high temperatures, extremely toxic compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, are formed. These compounds accumulate in body tissues and dramatically accelerate the aging process. After 60, our liver and kidneys have reduced capacity to eliminate these toxins, so they accumulate in our vital organs, causing chronic inflammation and cellular damage. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that people over 60 who consumed fried foods more than twice weekly had an 80% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes and 70% more likelihood of suffering a heart attack. Fried foods also contain trans fats, which are literally poison for the aging cardiovascular system. These artificial fats not only raise bad cholesterol but also reduce good cholesterol, creating the perfect storm for deadly heart disease. The United States Food and Drug Administration has begun banning trans fats in processed foods due to their extreme danger, especially for older adults. The sixth food shortening your life is refined flours and all products made with them: white bread, regular pasta, cakes, cookies, and most commercial cereals. Refined flours have been stripped of all their nutrients and fiber, becoming simple carbohydrates that behave exactly like sugar in your body. After 60, these refined carbohydrates cause dramatic blood glucose spikes that our aging pancreas cannot handle efficiently. This leads to a constant state of systemic inflammation and insulin resistance. A study conducted by Harvard University researchers followed over 160,000 women for 18 years and discovered that those who consumed more refined flours had a 40% higher likelihood of developing diabetes and 30% more risk of heart disease after 60. Refined flours also feed pathogenic bacteria in the gut, creating an imbalance that directly affects brain function. Geriatric neurology specialists have observed that patients who eliminate refined flours from their diet experience significant improvements in memory, concentration, and mood. This is because the gut produces more than 90% of the body's serotonin, and when it's inflamed by refined flours, production of this happiness hormone is severely compromised. The seventh and final food you should never consume after 60 in significant amounts is alcohol. While very moderate consumption might have some benefits, Any amount exceeding 1 small glass of red wine daily becomes lethal poison for the aging body. After 60, our liver processes alcohol much more slowly, and our body contains less water to dilute consumed alcohol. This means the same alcohol levels you might have tolerated in your youth now cause much more severe damage. A study published in The Lancet analyzed data from over 500,000 people and concluded that there is no safe level of alcohol consumption for people over 60. Alcohol dramatically interferes with deep sleep, which is when our body performs most of its repair and detoxification processes. Older people who consume alcohol regularly have fragmented sleep that prevents memory consolidation and elimination of brain toxins. This significantly accelerates the development of dementia and Alzheimer's. Additionally, alcohol dangerously interacts with medications that most older adults take regularly. These interactions can be deadly, causing everything from severe falls to cardiac arrest. Geriatricians report that more than 60% of emergency hospitalizations in people over 65 are directly or indirectly related to alcohol consumption. The information you just heard could literally save your life or the life of someone you love. If you believe this vital information should reach more people our age, subscribe right now and share this video with your family and friends. Together we can create a community of informed older adults who make intelligent decisions about their health and longevity. Now that you know which foods to avoid, let me give you the healthy alternatives that actually nourish and protect your body after 60. Instead of processed meats, consume omega-3 rich fish like wild salmon, sardines, and mackerel. These provide high-quality proteins and anti-inflammatory fats that protect your brain and heart. Replace refined sugar with whole fruits like blueberries, which are loaded with antioxidants that fight cellular aging. Instead of refined vegetable oils, cook exclusively with cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil or organic coconut oil. These oils contain compounds that actually reverse inflammation and protect your cells. Substitute high-fat dairy with fortified plant alternatives or consume fermented dairy products like kefir and unsweetened Greek yogurt, which are easier to digest. Instead of fried foods, prepare your meals steamed, baked, or lightly sautéed. Replace refined flours with whole grains like quinoa, steel-cut oats, and brown rice, which provide essential fiber for gut health. What you've learned today isn't just information, it's power. The power to take control of your health and add years of quality life to your existence. Millions of people over 60 are suffering unnecessarily because no one has told them the truth about these deadly foods they consume daily. The changes you make in the coming days based on this information could determine whether you live the next 20 years with vitality and energy, or spend them fighting preventable diseases in hospitals and clinics. The choice is yours, but now you have the knowledge to choose wisely. Remember that after 60, every dietary decision has amplified consequences. Your body can no longer compensate for nutritional mistakes like it did in your youth. But this also means that every healthy decision you make will have multiplied benefits. Eliminating these 7 deadly foods from your diet isn't just about living more years, it's about living better. It's about having the energy to play with your grandchildren, the mental clarity to enjoy deep conversations, and the physical strength to remain independent. Your life after 60 can be the best time of your existence, full of wisdom, experience, and vibrant health. But only if you make the right decisions right now. Start today by eliminating these foods from your kitchen and replacing them with the nutritious alternatives I mentioned. Your future self will thank you for every healthy decision you make today. Share this information with the people you love because the most valuable gift you can give is knowledge that saves lives. Until the next video, take care of your health like the invaluable treasure it truly is.